Been seen, especially in the context of America. There's a very big term right now everywhere. It's called black fatigue. Right? Now, historically, this had more to do with black folks effectively being tired of the systems and the structures of oppression that permeated the American culture. Right? Now, in the modern time, or at least over the last year or two, that has metamorphosized into what black fatigue is today, which is the extreme entitlement of the black culture effectively tiring out the community around them. For the last 2-3 years, I think every single person who has had to contend with the victimhood that this particular sect of the community pushes forward. This victimhood has translated into lack of accountability. This is translated to unruly children. Your community is only as strong as the children. And so if you have a whole generation of kids who freaking call themselves YNs, they take pride in calling themselves young niggas. That is an entire generation of trauma, effectively, that's going to have to be phased out before we can get past this, because effectively they're going to put that on their kids. So it's now we're living on the hope that these children grow up and somehow shed all of these different levels of victimhood and nonsense ideology that we've grown to adopt as a community. Now, I'm not always a big proponent of always talking about the problem, always talking about the problem, always talking about the problem. There needs to be solutions. See, we can't reach any solution until we as a community develop an ideology. When you see good white folks, their values are Christian values. When you see good African folks, their values are typically based on culture and religion. When you see good Asian folks, it's culture and religion. It doesn't matter who you see. A properly trained individual is cultured. Religion doesn't have to be a part of it, but it's the principles that we're talking about. So we have an entire generation, or last 2 generations of people with no principles, no ideology, just going off vibes. And this is not only prevalent to the American community. You know, back in Nigeria, we have the issue of the scamming lifestyle, right? The lifestyle of the scammer has become what kids are looking towards. And it's not their fault. The government has not provided for them a system where they're graduating and getting jobs. They're watching their parents suffer till they've become adults, and they're still watching their parents suffer. So of course they're going to look for the best, or at least what they perceive as the best route out of that. But this is all as a result of a focus. On materialism. The erosion of our community is as a result of materialism. So until we address the ideological corruption of our young ones, of us, of our parents, by ourselves, nobody came out. Was there external influence from COINTELPRO to all the other programs that the alphabet folks have used? Yes, no doubt. But those things can only work if the community is susceptible to it. And we are. We are susceptible to brainwash. We're susceptible to groupthink. We're susceptible to shaming. That is the tall poppy syndrome. Go look up what a tall poppy syndrome is. We're absolutely susceptible to that. So I don't want to hear, oh, white folks did this shit, or white folks. We don't want to hear that shit no more. Go get a job. If there's no work, you all want to be entrepreneurs. Go on and look for a trade. We've insulted good jobs out of existence. Nobody wants to be a plumber anymore. Nobody wants to build fences. Nobody wants to be a construction worker. These people are making 6 figures after taxes. Do you understand that if you have a trade, besides pricing control at the store, you control your entire value. Your labor rates, you're controlling it. Your labor rates, you're controlling it, at least to the degree that you can compete. Even your material prices, again, to the degree that you can compete, you're controlling it beyond the store pricing, or at least production pricing. So the reality is, materialism has not helped us at all. It's completely eroded our culture and our community. And it's not produced hardworking men and women. It's produced men and women who are looking to unrealistic things as attainable goals, while at the same time leaving every single thing that would give them true fulfillment behind. So all this to say, we can only pray for you. We can only pray for you. But I hope you are learning. I hope you're seeing the erosion of your culture. I hope you can take it into yourself to talk to your kids. Take responsibility of your kids. I saw a video the other day on Auntie Daniel's channel arguing about whether a teacher has the responsibility of teaching your kids how to read. You left your kids leave the house, and you are comfortable with the idea that your kids can't read and that somebody else should teach them how to read. Like, the kind of shame you should feel for that is mad. And yet, a grown-ass adult was arguing this thing. So, again, I say all of this to say, we need ideological accountability. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. So, again, I say all of this to say, we need ideological accountability. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments on black fatigue. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Leave your thoughts in the comments on things you've experienced that might have triggered this, or if you feel this is a tool of dividing the black community all over again. Let me hear your thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe. It's been your boy. Comment, like, subscribe. It's been your boy, Afro Sheepdog. We out.